Well, my father apologized on his deathbed. He had put his war medals on his chest, right? So
on his literally
all his
on his
war medals
deathbed.
were on his deathbed.
So he said, "Get me my medals."
Well, I was in New York about to do a show with Barack Obama, a cold open.
Who he middled? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. And the nurse called and said, your father doesn't have much time. And I said, all right, I'll be on a plane in the morning. I said, I'll find a way to get a plane there right now tonight.
So it was the Obama Halloween one?
Yeah.
Well, who is that under there?
And so my father wants me to stay because he wants to see me perform with someone who might be an American president one day. So he goes off his morphine. The next morning, me and Eddie, who's a big part of the book, a cop, fly down to see my father, and he has his war medals on his chest, and he tells what he won them all for, and says that he realizes he had been a good soldier, but a terrible father, and that his sin on earth was that he had let his anger be more important to him than his children. Wow, did that do a lot to me, for me. And I love you. Like, just that.
You felt like, okay, I didn't imagine it.
What I felt like was, I have a dad.
And like, yes, thank you for acknowledging what the reality of my life was.
It's crazy what just a little humility from, because these parents are like gods, just a little humility. I was wrong.
Yeah,
I let my anger be more important to me than my children, and I'm here. I am now. They're about to give me a shot, and I won't be here anymore.
And I'm sorry.
And I love you. I'm like, dude,
I'll give you the shot myself. What was his anger?
He was in World War II and the Korean War, but it was mostly about World War II and the things that he saw as a soldier in World War II.
Is it what we now call trauma?
Yeah.
And back then it was just like, I didn't like that.
I think they call it battle fatigue.
Yeah.
But this is a guy that wakes up almost every night and he's thinking about Adolf Hitler. That's what he's thinking about. That's what he doesn't stop thinking about, really. The stuff he saw Nazis do didn't leave him.
Yeah.
And towards the end of his life, he was afraid to go to church. He felt that he'd killed people, and what does this mean? And this cop Eddie became friends with him, finally got him to go to church. He was like, dude, these are Nazis.
Yeah.
They make furniture out of people, man.
Yeah.
Okay? And they were getting ready to do it to all of us.
Yeah. No, I think about that sometimes. I think about like if there was I think about like that mentality. Watch a World War II documentary and you think about that mentality. And I would have been fucking furious at Hitler. It's such an obvious thing to say. Like, it's like, why are you putting all of us in this situation?
Yeah, because one or two things are going to happen when you go to war. You're going to turn and run, or you're going to get really mad at Hitler.
It sounds stupid, but like, yeah.
One of those two things happen.
Yeah. And Hitler's going to make you do awful shit.
Yeah.
Even if you're an American GI.
Yeah.
Because you have to stop him.
Yes. Stuff that's going to come into your home in Melbourne, Florida years later.
Yeah.
When you're waking up in the night with a scream.
Do you remember that?
Still there. Oh, yeah. Hitler's still there.
Was it like, what was the tenor?
Yeah, it was like a 5 seconds and sometimes falsetto and sometimes strident.
So you get that. That's got to make you feel a lot better. And have genuine empathy.
Yeah.
Did you have what was it like before that? Was it just kind of like, I don't know what happened?
No connection.
Got it.
No real connection.
What were his medals for?
Whatever they give medals for in war.
So was it like I saved a guy at Guadalcanal? Was it specific?
I think there were ones for valor, meaning there were deaths involved.
And then, is your mother still alive at this point?
No, she died shortly before he did. Same hospital and same hospice in Palm Bay, Florida.
And what was that one like?
That was like I said something like, "Nobody in this room knows who you are. Nobody knows who you are." And she said, "You were always my good buddy." And some deep part of me said, "Easier, softer way? Back out of here. Gonna be a lot easier to move on with your life than if you've dove in here and turned this into World War III in front of all her friends. And I mean, it will rip you to pieces and it won't mean nothing to her." So they did this funny thing. My friend Eddie's the cop from the Bronx, and he became in charge of security for Jeff Immelt at NBC. I mean, he's really had, I thought, considered an illustrious career. But you know, the people at the hospice encourage you to stay for us. For instance, sometimes they won't pass if their loved one's in the room, so we had to leave the room. And then my father would pass, so he passed, and we walked in, and they said, nobody goes to the other side unescorted, you know. And I remember saying that to Eddie. It's like, "Eddie, I noticed you didn't go into my mom's room when she died." He goes, "Yeah, because I knew she was going to get escorted, but I figured it was the other guy." I'm like, "You really believe that?" He's like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah."
The devil.
What my father called it verifiable evil, and that is, you know, your past disgruntled, your past troubled, you know, now this is fun for you.
Hey, did you like that? Did you like that? Yeah, did you like it though? You want more? Don't want to work? Would rather watch videos of me grab-assing with people? First of all, go up here to subscribe, and then go up here to watch more clips. This is like when the weatherman says there's a high pressure system coming in. I'm not really used to the green screen.